Last week I discussed the Rogue Monster Lite 3WC fold-back wall mount rack I bought back in 2019. Today we're going to look at 3 attachments I use all the time with my Rogue rack. The 3 I use are the pull-up bar that came with this rack, along with a dip attachment and a safety spotter arms attachment. Let's take a look. Let's start with the safety attachment first, since I use it more than the other 2 options. The official name of it is SAML 24 Monster Lite Safety Spotter Arms. Big name there, but basically it's just safety spotter arms. It costs around $175 and it comes only in a pair, so you can't buy it individually. It's 24 inches long and weighs about 22 pounds each. What is the main purpose of this attachment? Of course, this comes into play if you fail on a rep or if you happen to injure yourself while lifting weights. Having safety supports is critical for just keeping you safe during these lifts. It's reassuring to have a safety option on lifts like bench press, incline press, squats, or any other pressing exercise with the barbell. It also helps being able to place your barbell on it while loading and taking off weight, or as an easy place to grab the barbell for certain exercises. I use this method all the time for shrugs, bent over rows, and I even put my easy curl bar on it sometimes for convenience. Performance-wise, I've had 0 issues with this safety attachment. I put heavy weight on it, but I haven't stressed it with 400 or 500 pounds. I can't find a max load for this product, but I bet it would hold that weight fine. As you can see from the footage, it's well made and of high quality since it's coming from Rogue. It's easy to adjust the safety arms to the height that you need, and this attachment's just been great overall, and I leave it on my rack most of the time. The only gripe I have is not about quality or performance of it. This falls more into how you set it up. If you notice in the clip, the height you place it needs to be 1 hole up sometimes. It's created an issue for my bench press because the height I need it at has basically where it would hit the bolt from the bottom arm of the rack. Luckily, I have a wooden platform to raise my bench a little. If you don't buy the safety supports at the same time that you buy the rack like me, you may want to alter your rack's height during setup to account for this. This isn't a huge deal, but it is something that I wanted to point out. So you may want to kind of measure your bench and the height of it and see what you need. The name of the dip attachment is the Monster Lite Matador. It's priced around $95 and it weighs around 27 pounds. The distance from handles range from 17 3/4 to 24 3/4 inches. So if you want to work more triceps, get a narrow grip. If you want to work on the chest, get your hands out wider. Dips are a great way to build your triceps and even chest. If you can only do a few dips, grab a resistance band and place your knees on top of it like in the footage. The handles on this dip bar are pretty big. Now if you prefer smaller handles, you may not like this attachment. I do appreciate the Matador allows you to experiment with different grip angles here. I know I say this a lot, but Rogue just makes high quality products. It's always expensive, but it lasts. The same applies for the Monster Lite Matador. It's easy to adjust the height on the attachment, but the weight and bolt could be tougher for some people. When I'm done using it, I usually store it next to my rack. If you're looking for a dip attachment for this rack, I would definitely recommend it. I really enjoy supersetting dips with biceps, so this product is great to have in my opinion. The last attachment we're looking at is the pull-up bar. The good news here is it comes with this Rogue rack. I will include my previous video about this rack in the video description. This is your standard pull-up bar that is simple and well made. I use it for different types of pull-ups, TRX, and resistance band work. If pull-ups are tough, you can use resistance bands as seen in the footage here. The bar is secured by its own pin that connects in the back. I've had no issues with this pull-up bar. If you need a little more out of a pull-up bar, Rogue has some more advanced options to look at. Again, this attachment is sturdy and works great as an anchor point for TRX and bands. Make sure you leave at least 2 open holes available at the top on this rogue rack. If not, this pull-up attachment won't work. All 3 of these rogue attachments help make my rack more complete. If you're looking for new options on your rack, these may be great additions. Thank you for watching the video. I'll leave a link to my previous review video on this rogue rack. If you have any questions on the rack or the attachments here today, leave me a question in the comments. Thank you for all your support. It means a lot to me when you subscribe to this channel or like the video. I'll see you next week.